Okay, welcome. Good morning, everyone. Good evening in the UK. So let's start with closing our eyes and finding your breath, a grounding breath. You can inhale to the count of 4, pause a little bit at the top, exhale to the count of 4. And as you continue with your own pattern of breathing, you can slow it down, really noting what is going on in your belly, noting your diaphragm expanding, feeling your feet placed on the floor, getting energy from below as you continue breathing in, pausing a bit, breathing out, setting an intention for this class. And we're going to do self-compassion today. There's been a lot going on in this autumn season, a lot going on in the world around us. And I just want you to find compassion for yourself, for your body, for the healing that is taking place in yourself and in the world around you. And as you set your intention for this class, just being present today, no challenge, no push, letting the outside world just be. You can start by opening your eyes. And we're going to start with our march this morning, just getting our bodies warmed up. So marching with our legs. And when you're ready, you can add the same arm with the same leg. The chill in the air is not going to bother us. We're going to get that blood flowing. And as you know, you can push on that leg if you want to provide some resistance as you come up, making those thighs work, noting what the core is doing, strong core. Your spine, your sacrum, your skull are all in alignment. And then try the contralateral, the opposite side. So like our toy soldier, getting it going, looking ahead, noting where you are, feeling that in your lower abdomen as you do that. Good job. Now place your hands on your thighs, and we're going to find our neutral pelvis. So belly goes back toward the chair as we puff our shoulders out, kind of leaning forward. A little bit like a cat, Halloween cat. And then puffing forward, opening our heart, our cow, but not compressing that lower back. And move back and forth through that cat, cow, really feeling the stretch. Maybe moving our shoulders. I love how some of you are just kind of rolling those shoulders back and forward, back and forward. Finding that place that feels so good on our pelvis. And then take your left ear and place it on your left shoulder, towards your left shoulder. Really feel the stretch. And try not to lift the right shoulder up when you do this. So you're really allowing that stretch. on that right side. And then turn your nose to the left shoulder, feeling that stretch. And then gently moving the ear back to the left shoulder, back and forth gently, nose to shoulder. Breathing as you do. If it's too much stretch, bring your head up a bit. And then come to center and drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Really feeling that stretch. And use your brain here to say, I'm stretching gently. Feeling those muscles as you turn the nose to the right shoulder. Back and forth gently, ear to shoulder, nose to shoulder. Breathing as you do. Several times just to get that loosened up. And coming back to center, and then we're going to come with our shoulders back, really opening up. Feeling that flow, warming that up. And then I'm going to move forward like I'm doing the butterfly. Feel what that does to your abdomen. Your core is really strong here. And then freestyle, one arm at a time, moving through that water. Noting where your triple S is, your skull, your spine, your sacrum. And then we're going to do the backstroke, pulling through that water. Really feel that on your shoulder blade. Nice and gentle. If it's difficult for you, it's okay to do just maybe halfway. Don't strain that shoulder joint. And then we're going to do opposites. So one arm's going to do freestyle, one's going to do backstroke. You're going to feel a little wonky at first. And feel that stretch in your side body as you do that. Breathing, opening up that diaphragm, and then change directions. So it takes a little bit of thinking. Your brain is learning how to do different things. We're allowing brain plasticity. Maybe open up your hands like this as you do that to allow energy. Good. And speaking of energy now, we're going to add our thymus tapping. So take one hand or both hands on your sternum and gently tap, increasing that energy. So you may feel the tingling already in your body. You've started to utilize the muscle strength, the joint strength, the freedom of that. Opening up your lungs by doing this, being grateful for your lungs during this season. Sipping in that extra breath as you're doing your thymus tapping, helping your immune system. Really important during this fall and winter season. Good. Now, if you can find your bands, I'm going to add some of our shoulder and arm that we did. This one we're just going to we're going to start with our X. So in front of you, pull that band out. We can have hands together in the front, make our X. You can make it as taut or as free as you would like. And do about 6 different X's. Breathing, watching your core. Don't let that rib cage overextend so that you compress that lower back. You want to keep it strong and stable through this. Really intentionally pull through those muscles. Slowing down as you come back to center. Good. Now we're going to take it. This is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to go about halfway. I've got about 10 to 12 inches between my hands. It's going to come over my head. Watch your rib cage. Keep it stable. We're going to come out, come together, and then I want you to drop those hands behind the head as if you're scratching the back of your head. Okay, and then up, pulling out, come together, down, scratching the back of your head. Only if it doesn't bother. Up, out, together, really intentional. Scratch the back of that head. Good. Those of you that have an up, out, those of you that worked at the wall, remember some of these as we were trying to get our head and then come together and then scratch the back of your head. Nice job. Keep your hands behind your head and you can interlace your hands if that's available to you. Turn to your left. So you've got elbows. You'll feel that underneath that rib cage and underneath the armpit a little. Come to center. Turn to your right. Come to center. Turn to your left. You feel the stretch in there? Come to center. Turn to your right. And come to center. And then bring one foot on top of that band. We're going to do our biceps. So arms are in, locked in, glued to the side. Bring them up and then slowly down. And do that about 8 to 10 times. Continuing, slowing down, not letting that band grip. And as you slow it down, you really feel the work in the bicep, slowing down, stretching out that arm on the way down. We're getting stronger, so much stronger. And you can ease up or tighten that band as you like, as you move through this. Now let's take it out in front of us again. And we're going to pretend we have that rectangle in front of us. Do you remember that? So make it as taut as you can. I've got about 6 inches in between. I'm going to come down in front and then up. Not overextending that diaphragm. Doesn't come super high like we did before, and then down in front. Pulling. You feel that in that upper arm? Pulling up. Breathing as you go. Also feeling that in the core. I'm feeling it in that lower abdomen as I come down, stabilizing, and the upper abdomen as I come up. Breathing. Pulling down so we have the stability of our arms. Pulling on that tight band up and down one more time. You can do it. Breathing and letting go. Nice. Nice job. Okay. Take your right hand, put it behind you on the chair. Left hand to the right knee, lifting up and twisting to the right. Really feel the twist in that spine. Should feel really good all the way down to that lower back. Come to center. Put your left hand behind, right hand on the left knee, lifting up from the core and twisting. Feel that in the back of your shoulder blade as you do that. And opening up in that shoulder. Breathing as you do, coming to center. This time we're going to do a little bit different. We're going to take the right hand behind us. Left hand is going to come up in the air, and we're going to twist to the right. Feel the difference there. You're working that core to keep it so that you don't overextend. And then just bring that left arm behind you this time. Right arm's going to come up in the air as you twist to the left, lifting up through that core. Feel the difference in extending that shoulder. Nice job. And then let's bring our right behind us. And left is going to come up in the air, twisting to the right. Breathing as we do. Left hand comes behind us now. Right arm comes up, lifting up a little more and twisting. Breathing through that. Nice job. And coming back down. Good. Take your block. Place that between your knees. We're going to do some leg work, some chair work right now. And when you're ready, when I say push, you all know that means knees push into that block. If you want to put a block on your head, you're welcome to. I'm not going to do it today, but that does allow you to keep that triple S. So push in. You're going to ignite those glutes as you move forward a bit, pressing into the block, slowly rising, and arms can come up. Pressing into the block as you extend those arms. Good job. Where is your weight on your feet? Maybe lift one foot, lift the other toes of the foot, and feel what that feels like to have that weight, because here we go. We're going to go halfway, arms out in front, pushing into that block. Where's the weight? It's on your heels. So lift those toes. If it's one at a time, that is fine. And then find your way back. Let's take our hands back behind us as we find the chair. Good job. Let's try it again, a little bit faster this time, pushing into the block, engaging our glutes, coming forward. My bum is toward the back of the wall, standing up then, extending those arms, feeling the push into that block, coming back down. You should have a very strong core with this, reaching those hands out in front of you, pressing those knees into the block. Let's come back without putting our hands behind us. Bum finds the chair, so we have to stick it back out without plopping and coming back to the chair. Nice job. Okay, let's roll through that foot, press into the block, and again, coming back up, really intentional. Pushing into the block, hands up, breathing. We're going to come halfway. We're going to come to prayer hands. Let's turn to our right. Really feel that elbow lift up in the air. Come to center. Turn to the left. Lift that elbow up in the air. Pressing into those hands, pressing into the block, coming to center. Pressing into the block, we're going to come up again. So I tricked you. Press into that block, feel the strength in those inner legs. And then we're going to come back halfway, lifting those arms out in front of you. Find the chair with your bum as you gently sit back down. Nice job. Okay. You can take the block, put that aside. Let's come Again, as if we have the block between our knees, we're going to engage the glutes, come up and forward to standing. Nice job. Hands can come to mountain. Let's come around to the back of the chair, and I'm going to turn mine because you can't see me very well. We're going to come up on our toes. So these are the Barbie heels. Come up on our toes, hands can be on the chair. And then roll through that whole foot on your heels and raise up on those. The toes come up. You're balancing on those heels, stretching out the back of your calf. Roll through that foot several times, up on your toes. This really helps leg cramps too, by the way. Rolling through that foot, stretching out the back of the calf, rolling through again, up on the toes. For those of you with bunions, I have bunions. I kind of come on the outside of my foot when I do that. It hurts less. And then rolling through that whole foot again, up on your heels. And then come to neutral. Good job. Step the right foot back. So hopefully you can see me. Left knee is bent. Find your balance, equal balance on both feet. Raise your arms up. If I were to have a pull from the top of your head all the way to the skull, spine, sacrum, it is a straight line. Good job. Come back down with your hands. Step your left foot back with your right. Bum comes to the back of the wall. We're coming into downward dog. So I'm bending my knees, coming down with my face, in between my elbows, trying to keep the length of my body as I stretch out, feeling that stretch in those shoulders. Take your left arm out to the side, horizontal. We're going to thread the needle. So thread the needle underneath that right arm gently. About 6 to 8 times you can come through, open up, feel what that does to your shoulder. Keep your core strong as you're doing this. 6 to 8 times, gently rolling through, all the way through. Breathing. And out to the side again. Hand comes to the chair. Right arm comes out to the side. And gently come through, threading the needle with your right arm. Opening up as you come through, feeling the strength of your abdomen as you're rolling through that. As many times as you like, very intentionally feeling how strong you're getting, how easy it's getting to be. Gentle. And then coming with that hand back to the chair, stepping the right foot forward. So right foot is bent. Pushing into that chair, I'm going to come to a standing and arms come up. This is your crescent. Strong body. Make sure you're equal with the weight on both legs. You can rock back and forth if you'd like. If I would come around, you're not going to move. You're strong. Good. Bring your hands down to the side. Right arm comes across that right knee, right forearm. Lean your head. My head is leaning into my chair a bit. And then bring your left arm, if it's available to you, up in the air, opening up. Really feel how strong you are. Breathing. You're opening up, you're twisting that torso. You've got a strong core, strong base. And then put your left hand on the chair, come back up. Let's move our left foot in front again. We're going to step the right foot back, and we're going to do it on the other side. So come up into our crescent. Left knee is bent, strong. Now our left forearm or hand is going to find our left thigh, and we're going to open up with our right arm. Sorry, I'm facing away from you, but twist. Find your equal balance on your feet. And then bring the right hand back to the chair. Step the right foot forward. Good. Now, arms up in the air, strong body. Place them back on the chair. Step both feet back. Bent knees. Come back into downward dog, and this time we're going to push forward into plank. So making sure that chair is on your mat, press into that chair and come forward as if you're an arrow, straight body, pressing those arms into the chair, the hands into the chair, straight arms, shoulders come down a bit, looking forward. Breathing, strong plank. I'm zipping up that core. Pressing back with my bum, my knees come into a bend, and I'm coming back into downward dog again. Lift your toes. You're holding onto the chair. Lift your toes, feeling where that weight is. Good job. Now, as we do this, we're going to bring our head up a little, holding onto the chair. Our right knee is going to come up. You can bring your head up and then put that foot behind you, the right foot behind you. Bring your right knee up again, foot behind you. Right knee up again, foot behind you. You're still holding onto that chair, but your strong core. Right knee up again, foot behind you. Good job. Now place that right knee next to the left. We're going to do it on the left side. You can come up a little bit with your head. Left knee is going to come up to the chair. Left foot behind you, stretching out. Left knee up. Left foot behind you. Left knee up. Left foot behind you. We're working on our hip flexors, our psoas. We're stretching that out. Knee up. And one more time behind you. And then find it equal to the right. Come back into downward dog. So we're going back down, lifting our toes up, feeling that strong core. Step the right foot forward, step the left foot forward, and come to standing. Good job. Now I'm going to open up into goddess. So goddess is a little bit wider stance. It doesn't have to be super wide. Feet are at a 45-degree angle, so you have a lot of stability there. Pelvis is in neutral position. You know what that is. It's not compressing forward or back. You can put one hand on the belly if you'd like to feel that and move forward, back, so that you can find that neutral pelvis. Arms come out into cactus. We're going to go up to our right. Really stretch out. Feel that. The lower body is as if it's in cement, coming back to cactus and up to our left. And back to cactus, up to our right. Cactus, up to our left. Cactus, up to our right. Really stretching out that side body. Cactus, up to our left. And then come back to cactus. So keep your pelvis in the cement. We're going to turn our cactus. We're going to turn to our right. Do you feel that shoulder opening up in a little bit different way than we did at the beginning on the chair? Center to our left. Really stretching out those muscles, aren't we? Center, left, or right. Sorry. Center, left, center. Now bring your hands down a little bit in front of you. We're going to push the waves. Our pelvis is going to stay in cement. Push to our right all the way. Then push that wave all the way to the left, feeling that side body, feeling a little bit different stretch in the lower abdomen. Push to the right. Deep breath. Push to the left. Push in front of us to the right. And push to the left again. Good. Now open up your arms. My palms are up. I'm going to do a forward tiny circle as I find the balance. You're balanced on both feet. This is a great balancing pose as well. Now go backwards, a little bit bigger with your circles. Breathing as you do, feeling a tight core. This is a great time to really notice that core. And then really big circles forward. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my palms down this way. Big circles. Really slow and intentional. Being compassionate with your body. And then big circles with your palms down, backwards. Nice job. Feel that all the way up into that upper deltoid, the upper arm. Nice job. Okay, we're going to do something different. We're going to come together with fists on the side, as if we had our bands in front of us. We're going to take our right and we're going to punch to the right. Right. Punch to the left. Punch to the right. You feel the difference? Punch to the left. You feel a little bit different in the back. Punch to the right, back, punch to the left. Now punch up to the right and back down. Punch up to the left, crossing over the body. Good. Punch up to the left, back down, punch up to the right. Okay, I know, I'm doing it. Okay, now let's do Qigong hands and release those arms. Okay, let's come to the side of our chair. Let's step our inside foot back a bit. So the outside knee is going to be bent a little bit. We're going to do our airplane. You can keep that hand on the chair. We're going to be transferring our weight to the outside foot as we lean forward. You can place your hand on your thigh on the outside, and we're going to lift our foot, keeping the head straight, in triple S, remember, in alignment, and then come back up. This time we're going to add the outside arm. So we're going to transfer our weight to the outside foot. Reach out that outside arm as you bring that inside foot up. Feel the strong core. And then come back up. This is our little dipping bird. Transfer the weight to the outside foot again. Reach that arm up. Inside foot comes up. And if it's available to you, maybe take your hand off the chair a bit and see how much you can keep your hand near the chair. See if you can balance. Looking forward. Nice. Now come back down or up with your arm. We're going to do it one more time. And we're going to bring that arm all the way through behind us, the outside arm. So transfer the weight to your outside foot. That arm is going to come out in front of you. Inside foot comes up. This arm is going to come all the way through with my palm up. If it's available to you, you can take the other hand and place that palm up. Feel the balance. Feel a strong core. Nice job. Nice deep breath. And then come back up and inside foot comes down. Good. So I'm going to keep facing you, but face the other way. So we're going to do the same way, that outside foot. I'm just going to do it a little bit opposite. So we're going to transfer the foot or the weight to the outside foot. We're going to reach that arm out in front, lifting the inside foot. I may have to turn so you guys can see me. You're going to see me. I guess it's this way. Come back down. Good. Transfer the weight to the outside foot. Reach that outside arm up, lifting the inside foot. Breathing. Come back up. Good. Transfer the weight to the outside foot again. This time, lifting up. Can you bring that hand from the chair? It's a little off balance, isn't it? So we're going to change that the next time. So keeping your hand near the chair, come back up, inside foot comes down. This time we're going to bring that arm all the way through with the palm up. So transfer the weight to the outside foot. Inside foot comes up. The outside arm comes all the way through with that palm up. And if it's available to you, lift the other arm away from the chair with palm up. Keeping that strong core. Note your triple S. Your hand can always be on the chair or perhaps a finger, and then come back up. Nice job. You all get a medal. Now let's do our Niagara Falls. So I'm going to put the weight on my left foot. My right foot is going to come in front, and we have that steel cord in front of us. Make the balance equal on each of our feet. You can keep your hand on the chair for a second, but equal balance on both feet. Now take your balancing pole. Look ahead, find your drishti, your focal point, a point either on the wall, something that's not moving. I've got my balancing pole, and it's a little bit windy today. So I'm going to move back and forth, finding the balance with my feet in alignment on that steel cord. I see some of you swimming, thinking you're going to fall off that cord. I love that. Choose any motion with your arms. Maybe you want to do a tree. Maybe you want to come to prayer hands. Now we're going to start walking. So without looking, you're going to transfer the weight to the front foot. Find the heel to the toe, and then you can look. Are you still on the cord? And notice where your balance is. Find the balance. Choose your arm position. And let's take one more step forward. So as we transfer weight to the front foot, we're going to lift that back foot. The heel's going to find that front toe. Place it down, and then you can look. But keep your focal point. Arms can be anywhere. They can be in tree, they can be in prayer, or they can be holding that balancing pole. And I see that little guy down in the water with the falls. He's raising that red flag saying, storm a-coming, we're going to come backwards. So weight goes on the back foot without looking. Your toe is going to find that heel. You're going to walk backward on that cord. Breathing as you do, really strong core. And then backward again, quickly. I see lightning in the midst. Placing that foot, finding your balance. You can come off balance to teach your brain what balance feels like. That's really important. You're creating pathways. You can swim, you can do prayer, you can do tree. Nice job. Okay. Now, you can take a block if you'd like, or if you like to do tree without the block, that's fine. I will show you with the block. So the block, I'm going to balance on my right first. I'm going to put the block on the inside of my right foot. I'm going to bring my left knee up. Your hand can be on the chair. And I'm going to take the knee out to the side and place my toe on the block, or on the inside of my calf or thigh. The sole is going to find that balance. Now find your focal point on that wall, or perhaps 6 to 8 feet in front of you, something that's not moving. Quiet yourself. Place your hands in whatever position you choose, but feel that strong core zipping up. Triple S is in alignment, and then arms can be wherever you choose. You can be a weeping willow. You can be a strong oak. Finding the balance. All 4 corners of that foot, the right foot, are finding strength through its roots. If you fall, that's okay. Get back up. I love to get myself off balance a little bit and find my way back. That's creating new pathways in your brain. Your brain is finding a way to find balance. Good job. Now take your right foot. We'll come back down. Right foot comes over the left knee. Only if this is available to you. You can cross that leg as well if you have knee issues. but we're going to open up that hip. So my right ankle is over that left knee, and I'm sitting back a little bit just to stretch that out because it was such a strong pillar creating that tree. Good. Okay, now we're going to place our left knee. If you're using the block, place the block again on the inside of the left foot. Right knee comes up, opening, and you can place the sole on your calf or your thigh, or place that toe on that block. Bring your hands to wherever you choose, but find your focal point as you do. Something that is stable, not moving, and find your balance. Your left foot is gripping that mat, all four corners. Wrong if you fall again or you wave, you're teaching your brain new pathways of balance. Really strong core, strong glutes, strong hips, allowing that balance. Nice job. And bring your hands to prayer. Come back to the ground. I'm going to take my left foot over my right knee if it's available to you, or just crossing that whole leg over in a lower eagle pose, what we call, or opening that hip up and sitting back a little bit, stretching out that leg that works so hard to help us balance. Good job. Now I'm going to add a little something. Let's bring both legs together. Take your arms. I'm going to cross my right arm over my left at the elbow. I'm going to try and grab my hands. Can you see me? Sometimes you can do palm to palm. It's okay if you can't. And then bend those arms up like this and reach up. Do you feel, without straining, the gentle stretch there on the outside of that shoulder, the underarm? This is your eagle arm. Undo, and let's cross the left elbow over the right. Bring your hands together as close as you can. Sometimes you're only going to get to the wrist. That's okay. And then open up without straining, but feel that in that shoulder that we've used. And lift it like an eagle. Strong core, stretching out those shoulders, noticing the strength that you have. Good job. And then open up like an eagle. Let's take our hands, if it's available, to the back behind you, and then out to the side again, and cross them around and give yourself a hug one way. If hands reach to the shoulder blade, that's great. Now open them up. We're going to give ourselves a hug the other way. Crossing the other arm. Nice job. Maybe rolling the head with this. One way, the other way. Good. Nice job. And open up the arms. Now you know what's coming. I'm going to do our little grapevine. So let's start by crossing the arms. So crossing the arms in front with an X, opening up, crossing the arms the other way. Now I'm going to open up and I'm going to add a leg. My left leg is going to go behind my right. I'm going to cross over in front with my arms. My left leg is coming behind. I'm opening up. I'm crossing again. My left leg is coming in front. And then I'm opening up. I'm running out of room. You guys have more room than I do. But then go back the other way. Cross in front. The left comes behind. Opening up. Right comes in front. Or whichever is behind. And open up again. So do that at your own pace. Some of you said it's easier to do it faster. That's okay. But make sure you cross the opposite way each time, gently with self-compassion, moving back and forth as if to curtsy, opening up, allowing gentleness and lots of good movement as you go back and forth with your grapevine. Nice job. Give yourself a clap. Okay, let's come back to the chair. We're going to do some stretching. And I'm going to put my legs straight out in front of me. I don't know if you can see. And I'm going to point my toes toward my nose, dorsiflex, flexing, feeling that stretch in the back of my calves, yes? Pointing toes, working those ankles. Dorsiflex, nose to toes to nose, working them back, pointing. Now let's do some circles. Legs are still up, so you're using your core. Doesn't have to be very high. Now the opposite way with our feet. Nice job. Now let's do eversions. So my outside of my feet are down toward the floor. The soles are facing each other. Knees come apart. Let's do inversions. So it's turning in this way. My big toe is looking toward the floor. My knees come together. And back and forth. So come out to the outside of our foot, sole facing down, and then big toe to the floor. Great for ankle movement. Strong ankles. You're also strengthening your core by doing this. You're also strengthening your thighs and your hamstrings by doing this. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to take my right foot up, my left foot is down, and I'm going to move my right foot down as if you're just swinging your legs one at a time, really intentionally, pointing and stretching, moving that leg out. Nice. Be gentle on your knees. Nice. Okay, come sitting up again. Let's stretch those shoulders, rolling them back. And then take your right arm out in front of you. Left hand comes and places the fingertips against fingertips, pulling back, straight arm all the way up. You're stretching our flexors so it looks like this. Stretching out that hand. Maybe you're cleaning out gardens. I don't know what the weather's been there. And then maybe take your thumb and pull that back a little gently, being full of self-compassion. If there's arthritis there, gently moving that. And then let's do our wrist gaps. So fingers are down and gently pull at that wrist forward. Stretching out our extensors on the top of that arm. Good. Now circle that hand one way, the other way. Nice. Opening the hand, gripping the hand, leaving the thumb out, fist, opening the hand. Really overemphasize that. Gripping the hand. Be gentle if you have arthritis, leaving the thumb on the outside and opening the hand again. Left arm comes out. We're going to stretch. Sorry, I've got a little fly here. Stretching back those fingertips with our right hand. Really feeling the stretch on the underside of that arm. And sometimes what I like to do is just take each finger and see where it lands in that area. You can feel each tendon as you're stretching that out. And then find that thumb and gently move that around on that pad below the thumb. Maybe gently massage that. And then let's move to our fingers down and wrist gap. Gently tugging, feeling the stretch on that upper part of the arm. Nice. And then gently rolling that hand one way, the other way. Good. Now open that hand really wide. Fist with the thumb out. Open the hand. Fist with the thumb out. Open it again. And then strong fist. Good. Good. Okay, take your hands behind your head. We're going to work down the neck. Find the base of your skull and little circles at the base of the skull with your fingertips. Work all the way down, little circles along that spine, opening up that area that might be really tender, really tight, and find that C7, the big bump at the base, cervical 7, and do little circles around that. Nice. Now work yourself out toward the top of your shoulders and pull on those as if kneading bread. I use my fingertips and I kind of pull forward to the side, really releasing that. And then find a spot in the middle. And I want you to take your middle finger and just push on that upper part on both sides. You'll feel it. That is a shoulder release point in acupressure. So you're about midway from the edge of your shoulder to your neck, pressing, doing little circles if you'd like, releasing that. Nice job. And then again, walking your way back. Good. Now, this is a new one we haven't done. I want you to take your fingers and start at the top of your ear and just massage top all the way through your ear. There are some gentle self-compassion points, anxiety points. You can go back up if you'd like, all the way through. I think I've told some of you, if you have high blood pressure, they say to pull down on your earlobe a little. If you have low blood pressure, pull up on the ear gently and just massage. We don't do that very often, but there's lots of little acupressure points inside that ear. Nice. Now take your fingertips and place that on your head, and then just gently, like one of those funny little tong things that you put, and give yourself a little head massage there. moving it around. You create intelligence, greater intelligence by doing this. Not really, I'm kidding, but it just feels good. Okay, all around the head. And then let's finish with our Garuda Mudra. So take your fingertips, intertwining there and pulling apart, pulling, imagining a blockage in either your or someone's life that needs to be removed, and pull. You can close your eyes if you'd like and just visualize that rock or impediment moving aside as you send love, send energy, pulling, 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 and release and brush off your arms, both sides, and then the opposite way. Intertwine your fingers, pulling, breathing. Nice. Releasing that rock in the pathway. Perhaps we're releasing twins from a womb. Release and brush off the arms. Don't you dare tell her I said that. Okay, let's do a little Qigong hands, just letting the hands go, sending energy to those we love, releasing those wrists. Nice. And bring your hands together in prayer. The light in me greets the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.
We didn't know you at all.